Hello and welcome to another InventRight.com TV show. My name is Andrew Krauss. I co-founded InventRight with Stephen Key 18 years ago, and ever since we've had students in over 60 countries and been coaching and mentoring inventors through the entire process. Today, what I want to talk about is getting stuck. So every inventor, when they're new to licensing, is going to get stuck. It's just going to happen. It's an indicator of the fact that you're moving forward and pressing forward to do things that are not familiar to you. So if you're not getting stuck, I'm a little concerned. You're probably not questioning things enough. You might not be doing things right, but you're assuming you are doing things right. So it is important when you're not familiar with the licensing process to question the things you do. Now, once you got that process down, just do it. Just do the work. So I wanted to give you guys some resources that you can use to get more information about how things are done. So one is our YouTube show that you're watching right now. We have an ungodly amount of YouTube shows, so that's great. Two is our book, One Simple Idea. If you go Google One Simple Idea or you search it in Amazon, you'll find the yellow book, and it'll help you tremendously. That is our 10 steps. And we teach our 10 steps in that book, so I highly recommend that. And then three, there are some great resources on our website. If you go to InventRight.com, there's licensing terms. There's a lot of great free resources on InventRight.com. And then four is, of course, our coaching and mentoring program if you want complete and total guidance through the entire process with a coach fully understanding your project and guiding you through it. But the point I wanted to make today is that you will get stuck. And if most people, when they're on their own, will get stuck thinking that they have to have a prototype when they really don't. When one of our coaches could look at the product and go, oh no, just get a rendering done, or oh, just cannibalize that product over there, and you thought you needed to spend $5 grand on a prototype. So sometimes the place where people get stuck are around spending money. They think they need all this money for a patent or a prototype, and of course, if you're watching our show, we show you that you don't. They get stuck on one. You got a list of 20 companies, which is what you should have if you possibly can, and this one company said something and the inventor just can't get over it. They can't just keep making calls. Like, they think like this one thing this one company said is the holy grail, and that is the facts, and that's true. And sometimes they're just saying things just to move you along, and maybe they're being critical or maybe they're being helpful. You have to take that, but then if a couple people say it, then you're like, okay. And think about it yourself if it's a valid point or not, but don't think that just because a marketing manager took 2 seconds to drop an email back and was critical of your product in one way or another, and when you think about it and take a close look at it, which you're more familiar with the product, you're like, no, they're wrong. I disagree with them. And it only takes one out of those 20 or 30 companies to agree with you and believe it's a marketable product. So what if that one didn't? But listen to them, absolutely, and figure out if what they're saying makes sense. And maybe you take another look at your sell sheet and you're like, oh, I see why they thought that. Okay, I got to fix that. And then I'll resend to the ones I already sent to, and I'll resend to a bunch of new ones. So the main thing that I wanted to talk about in this video is that you are going to get stuck on a litany of things. And so if you don't have answers for that, you are not going to move forward. If you don't have answers about how to reply to companies or make your list of companies or do sell sheets or which projects to work on or how to do negotiations, if you don't have those answers, you will get stuck on those parts and many other parts in the process. So you have to know where to find good information. I think there's a lot of misinformation about licensing. Of course, InventRight never offers misinformation, but 18 years, we're pretty damn good at what we do. So utilize our YouTube show, utilize our book, One Simple Idea, utilize our website, InventRight.com, to get as many answers as you can. And then if you want to, go ahead and sign up for our mentoring and coaching program if you want the whole enchilada, as they say. But regardless, whether you're doing it with our help or you're doing it on your own, you need to find a good, reliable resource for getting good advice, practical advice on real-life grassroots marketing. And that advice is not from a patent attorney. They do patents. I've never met a patent attorney that's ever licensed anything. Don't get licensing advice from them. If you want to get details about could this be patented, this or that, okay, that's good for a patent attorney. So make sure you're getting advice in the right areas from people that have licensed over and over again, regardless if it's us or somebody else. But the main point I want to make again is you are going to get stuck. You need to have those resources and those avenues to get unstuck. Otherwise, you're just going to sit stagnant. And what sometimes happens is you sit stagnant with that one product, you're stuck, and then you come up with another idea and you get ADD and you're starting a prototype on another product. So when people get stuck, they often go back to what they're familiar with, which is the earlier steps, maybe making a prototype, dreaming up what the product could be, all that. And then you're not moving forward and getting it in front of companies. So don't get stuck. Use our resources, use other resources, use whatever you can to move forward. I want to remind everybody to take care and keep inventing. Thank you.
Hi, this is Stephen Key, and I just want to thank you for watching InventRight TV. We're here to save you time, save you money, and show you how you can bring your products to market through licensing. So please subscribe down below, click on the button, and tell your friends. Thank you.